Hey guys, morning. Level 2 here. We gonna prep for FOMC number this morning. We have a trade plan built, so we'll go over the trade plan. Decided to jump in because we had some bad weather last night. I haven't seen a guy who doing construction come across it yet, so good stream. Alright, let's go through yesterday's, more or less what we did yesterday. If it was on the live stream or follow the trade plan, what we were looking for, what we got. Um, Alright, it is now 8:08, so yesterday we were looking for the sell 45s and clip off and look to buy 32s to 33s. We got out of our early sell on the 45s and got a reasonable buy. Cleared 30 points total on our ES trades yesterday. And on oil, we were looking to buy 50.90. We got stopped out on that, minus 12 points on a single contract. As we were looking at, if you're looking yesterday, that was your trip number. We got filled this morning, right after during the London session. Got some reasonable profits out of the market here using basic context, basic continuation context. So that's what we do overnight. We got stopped out yesterday. Alright, so what we have planned for today, we have our deviation levels set up on our charting system today, finally updated. Right, so we got in a 6 point. We cleared that single off. That is 0.5 deviation. Almost a tick again. So we got in at 28. Euro was 27.5 overnight. Got in that early this morning. We used a single set right at 1.0, right at a deviation, or at least an alarm set for that, and trade based off those deviation levels and market conditions. Right, so you can see a little bit of weakness in the market overnight. So let's get the news. Without more important stuff. So we have non-farm payrolls coming out this morning in approximately 20 minutes. Not much by way of news. Well, economic releases. Still waiting to see if we could get a fill on the buy on Tesla based on everything, more or less. Tesla turning into coronavirus indicator. So what we have here is looking for buys at certain levels. We'll not actually be able to show you. Most side we have one deviation. We're expecting this 14 to 11 to 10 get hit today, more than likely to the downside. And so look for that level 14 to 11. 11 might be close to a really good entry, from in our opinion, based on what the news is, well, what the number is, and wait for the volume to come into the market. Trade what you see, trade the plan the trade. The chat box is open if you guys have any questions on what we're looking at. We have a 0.5 deviation at 63.62 and a 1 deviation higher than that. We have a 1.5 deviation down here, which I have 14 yet. So then this might be a very high probability inflection point at 96, which is Tuesday's POC. If we do get down to that level, I'm going to just actually put in that level because we have working order set there. 1.5 deviation, 32, 94s, 96. We have a working order at 96. You can see where we have the identified node. If the drop does come, the news is good. This is looking like a weak high. Didn't see much action on the high side, and the market kind of collapsed. You can see where the volume area is, where the POC is. We didn't take ourselves overnight. Didn't want to take ourselves overnight. Just took a small buy, got 6 points. So let's get into more or less zoom into what we trade looks like today. We have the 0.5 deviation already active. May see a full on that, more looking for a downside move. So if we do see some action here back at the 45, 46, may take the risk here. May, based on the price action, we have a single actually set on 45s at the moment. So what we do have is a single set on 745. Using normal 6.5, looking for a 2-to-1 trade this morning off of each of them. So we're looking for 13 points as we reward the 6.5 points of risk. Based on the expected volatility. We already got in and got out of this single over here. We don't want to be trading through damage news. We may look at the number and reaction here. We have a sell here located right here. And a buy off of 12. And a single long position set up here. Now if you're in top step, you know you have to wait your time, don't trade through the news. You can do that one also. If you're trading more than one contracts, use 1-to-1. I just twist TP. So that's the basic setups we have right now. Single contracts. Let's post this up here. I just like to share my stuff. Let's see what WTI doing this morning at 50.30. I expect some pressure to come to the market. We're looking for minimum for the test to the lower side. We got out right here at 50s on the retest of the low section, so we made a full 100-point victory and our modality. So the expectation is very low. I have a option trade short at 51.80, which we got at the money. Just looking for the rotation to complete, seeing a lot of pressure on oil. Again, this is for educational purposes only. You can see where we have value volume stuff right here. So you can see the 12, we're looking for the 12 for that node to be tested. We're looking for the base of that node, trying to avoid this breakout, this breakthrough here. You can see where we stops at place right for the breakout. We'd like to be behind it, but we are adjusted to where we could see clarity within before the market and the action to be actionable on the market. It wouldn't be seen trading through here. Demo is see no we have actionable here. Maybe demo account. Bookmark will be that number will be important versus the expectation. 163 is the expectation. So you want to see what the number looks like. If we do get a dip in Nasdaq does dip, we expect to get filled at that on this 75, 50%, 55 to 75 area on the Tesla. Almost what Venus like about the point yesterday. $8. Well, yeah, it's gonna make it work. Looking to get into 10. 10 open shares. You can see why we trading off the 45 volume value to under control. Looking to be short and looking to hold this initial high. To have stop right above this initial high. May look at the price action and check it's only a single contract. As we have, we're looking for 2 to 1 risk to reward. Reward to risk shouldn't be seen as just a reward. RR value volume areas are inputted. You can see clearly why we hit that level. See a node out front. Yeah, deviation, structure deviation nodes. Let's see what we're looking at on quote board. Look at volume 283. That's a bit high. Reasonable for overnight till this time. So we're looking at we have some liquidity to work off from the overnight. And you can see right there we drop off the point of control of the 45 on the London Open. This way, this is a 15-minute chart. We're going down to a 5-minute chart, so you can have a little bit through all the charts. Right. You can see London Open right there, 45 right there, off the point of control of 44.5. Run down here, then make a lot of stuff there. We got Pretty nice trade off this morning, but filled it. Got out. A lot of dust, sawdust in the air, so it might have a been a VC this morning. Doom, 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 doom. So again, we have orders. Well, orders sitting at 45s and 12s for the initial move. That most likely might activate during through the news. So make sure you can see where you're seeing your trade activated. Got some time this morning. Have setups. Did most of our work overnight. Need some a little bit of profit to give us some leverage. If you're trading singles, trade singles. You expect to see a knee-jerk reaction in the market. Mm-hmm. 2 minutes away. Doom to doom. Look at these guys coming. too. So show some patience. If you don't trade through the news, I trade through news with singles. Looking at that trip of the point of control, volume, what we have already. Looking for the number, we have 1 minute away from the number. Now we can get run over with that 6.5 points at the initial position. We have 2 position trades. Looking for volatility. Once the number comes out, the number is 6.5, 163. Want to see the reaction in the market. Got the gap up on the news. Let's see what the news look like. On the release, 225. That is big move to the upside. Just fade the market on the initial holding position there. So what we're doing here, we just look at the fade market, the early move in the market. You can see where the point of control is. We hit the point of control. We want to see some action here. I want to see the volume build. Can I show you the actuals here of what we're looking at? We see some liquidity, a lot of liquidity on that side of the market. We still hold our 2 to 1 looking for the fade and then see the punch up. The expectation is for test of the high on the open. Alright fellas, calm down, calm down. These guys the expectation is for a move to test the high today. So we'll deal with what we see. We just want to see if we could get into that 45 pre-market. Look for 1.5 to 1 if possible. Expectation is to more or less jump fade the market, look for the test of the high to provide some fading levels. The market may move counter this morning. We will have to see what the volume is. The volume is at 45. That 225 beat. And yes, I agree with that. No, son, don't agree with that. Volume will build and build against you. Holding the technical level. So this is delayed data, so let's be calm. Yeah, so the news is 25 bill. The unemployment rate would be around 3 point. Oh, so I mean, now see what average hourly earnings is down, so that would provide some some resistance there. So 45 is a valid point we want to be in the market at. You can see the drop of the POC. Don't want to be in the trade right now prior to, if we didn't get filled on 45. Want to see knots coming in. This valid 25s may be valid for the buy side, may, and again may. Don't want to really lock in the 25s. See what the jobless rate is. Always have my alerts on. That hourly earnings is a concern. Big beat, that is so nice. Big beat. You want to see what the market is trying to fill. Short term, guys, what you want to look for is this particular volume to start increasing. Counter for a move in the market. If you was in at 44s, well done, guys. Expectation is at least a move to 25. It should give you a 20-point move as the minimum, or test of the low. I mean, test of the overnight low. Looking at what the market is doing, you could see this 12 to 14 would be good for us. You can see where point of control came into play. The early trade is to go short because all the earnings are short, so expect to see a trap on one out of two sides and then the breakout. We are looking at 44 to 45. Didn't get filled on the 45. May get run over if we do get a retest, but we'll take that risk. We want to be a bit short in the market. The expectation is week high from yesterday. We'll look to be short until it fails, which is failure point is right here. You see where we're looking at this to be our failure point, and it just break out of this will be our failure point. So you want to be behind failure point. The expectation was for push to the upside on the news and then drop, or push to the downside and then go back to the upside. Locked right now in the market. Patience is required. Let's see what oil reaction was. Not much on oil pre-open. So you just want to be a bear on oil. We just like being bears on oil at this point. Expectation is for if we do get that fill on Tesla at 75. So you have more or less mixed news coming out. In our opinion, we see strong number, but the underlying. $225 is a reasonable big beat. That is like about a 50% beat. You can see we dropping on Tesla. We know where we entry are. You can see yesterday's range. 87, we had 75. It hurt our feelings. uh, that's a long-term play we're looking at. So you're looking at 75s and 50s to get in on the entries. So just peep in the market. This is where you call us peep in the market. If you have any questions, you can just type it in chat or check it every once so often. It's trading on what you see, not what you want to see, but you want the trade to be. So a lot of guys will be like, "Oh, that's a big number. Why the market is doing this?" It is free market, so the amount of participation you have in the market. So if you do see support coming in the market, you can see that 32 number in play again at the moment. So relax. Today is Friday. FOMC Day. FOMC Day provides trading through FOMC is probably the most difficult thing. Because if you're trading on top step, you would not have that opportunity to enter the market at that point. You'll be breaking their rules. 1 minute rule. You may have gotten away with it, but I don't think so. Highly improbable. You would have broken the rules. I don't want to go down to a 1 minute chart to check. Because for us, in our opinion, this market has priced in a lot of stuff. The run up has been very large, a little bit long on the tooth. The oil was a little bit long on the tooth until we got fills more or less trading within the areas we were looking for and reactions we saw. This will be a reaction point, a very big reaction point today. The zone is from 43 to 46. Primary kill zone where you see reaction, a lot of reaction. Volume is right there. We looking at a liquidity chart and from and when we know where we have on the high side what the deviation looks like. To the high side is at 62. Looking at structure, say left, highest point you want to buy at is 15. You're looking at 12s, you're getting into a buy in the market. You look at what the run through looks like. You know, we had the initial test here. You can see where the market actually bridging. Got a little more aggressive without being in. Didn't want to be that aggressive. We missed like by about 3 ticks on the entry for the 13-point victory. Not bad trading. We have a lot of bridges we look to build. Look at what volume is. 320. Price sharp. On the open, I expect to see another test of that 45, and then this decision will be made. Ding, 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 ding. The expectation is for the market to open within that range of 28 to 45. Based on what the market wants to do, if we think about what we look at to execute, is the trade plan is based on if then process. If the market does accept that that is priced in high, expect to pay it from 43 to 46 area, and look for support in the 10 by 9 to 15 area, with 10 to 12 area to be very exact. You have sweeps going on in the market, so you have guys building positions. Free market. Just missed our entry on the initial move. Entry at 45, and I looked to see it. Ding, ding. The 25 to 28 level is validation and validation point also, so make sure you know what you're doing there. And wouldn't want to be on the train there that may easily run through. If you're looking for that reasonably cheap buy, is off 25. So we talk about time of day for execution. The time of day for execution is always be important, so they look for London open, London close, New York open. So I don't know if they're organizing my flight for next week to go to Guyana. I really need to go and do some negotiation. Well, I job whole company they just need some technical support. So you can see trade locking up right here. Based on how the market operates, we'll be placing some live stuff. I do have streaming off of one monitor, and my next system using my wireless mouse, so that's what I'll be switching between mouses to actually place trades. Let's make sure stream is good. Monitor, what we're looking at here. Oil is holding steady. I'm going to build some stuff on my Tesla stock ownership. I only have 35 remaining. Made some good money off of all my Tesla stuff. Dan and I was thinking about why he would sell calls. So calls at 9:50 and got out at 8:50 and 7:50. So that was a reasonable trade on the option side. Option trading and future trading, something totally different, something much similar. All really it's a price delta and stuff, in our opinion. Bam bam bam. Likely, this is a likely area right here. You want to be actionable in that 43 to 46 area. You want to be actionable, place an action of 43 to 46. If you want, then we have two working orders in our two working orders at 512 May by 25, May by 25 based on price action. May by 25. I'm gonna see what the open money market is. Look for 10 a.m. trade. Actual live execution right at 10 a.m. Well, last night it's supposed to be dry season outside. Don't know where that rain came from overnight. So the workman, well, I didn't see him call, so he's working on contract. Has a job to do, so he could come over the weekend and do what he needs to do. Hopefully he'll be finished by the time when he does come today and we need to help him out. Hopefully if he completes by the time I leave for Guyana, most likely Guyana might be about 2 weeks. Dum, 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 dum. Day trading is not a game, so because a lot of money involved, especially for open accounts at like top step. If you have a normal account, I try to keep my balance at around 30 to 40k. I try to keep it optimally, but rebalance at 35k at the end of the month if we in profits. And just take profits out. Because of the day margin requirements and stuff. Oh, today's Friday and I actually need to play my game. Play World of Dance Blitz on your PC. FP is a really good guy. Yeah. Try to rub Sanders, I suppose. It's 45 is important today. So if we're going to trade away CSH. Go to 15-minute chat. You can see like that 25 is important there. You can see run up, swing high to swing low to swing high, sorry. On what true value is. I want to understand of true value. You can see why we have this locking over here. Looking for that point of control is back at 96. You'll see why we have that. When we using the 45 as the point to trade against. Yeah, so we identify the area. which we have large area of identification. If the fade does come, it's Friday. Clearly see what we're looking at. Possibles 25s, 28s. So you can see where we got that 28 from when I didn't want to hold on to news because we got although we got profit on when we wanted to buy something before. So these zones we're looking at for our inflections. Let's check in what the whole is up to this morning. Why am I not getting volume?
Okay, sorry about that. If you were able to hear me earlier, we've had a pretty busy morning here. We're just getting really down to business here. Welcome. It's Friday, the 7th of February. I'm John Hoagland. As always, thanks for trusting me with your time. We're going to get a report from JD as we go along here. Looking forward to finding some context for us. I apologize for the no sound. It's good to see everybody here, and thanks for letting us know. Dan, I haven't seen you for quite a while. It's really good to see you. Thanks for letting me know about that, and we're gonna see if we can get through this forecast here this morning. So, the unemployment number came out this morning. A little bit of an uptick in the rate, but we killed it as far as non-farm payrolls are concerned. We were looking for 160,000. We got 225 new jobs added. So really, it's kind of a good number, even though the rate had a little bit of an uptick. Market's currently digesting that information. 9 o'clock this morning, we have the the wholesale trade number due out. Of course, Central Time. All right, as far as news is concerned, equities are to open lower. There's a lot of speculation out there that they've gone a little too far, too fast, maybe a little fears of overboughtness, if that's a word. Also, there's still some uncertainties out there. The world's still very concerned about this coronavirus. Dollar is on recent highs. It's on from what I'm seeing here, about a 4-month high, as the U.S. economy is viewed as better insulated against effects of the coronavirus. We've got a short list of earnings due out this morning. Honda, First Energy, and AbbVie, just to name a few. Nothing after the close, as it is Friday, and we are looking forward to the weekend. Make sure you like, your comment, question, feedback is of course always appreciated. And we do again apologize for our technical difficulties this morning about being a little bit late and then not having our sound on. It happens from time to time, and I quite often am attacked by technology. So, without further ado, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the charts here. As always, we start with the daily and crude. And we have really kind of been, our weekly kickoff level has been more more magnetic than anything else. It's starting to look like it's kind of losing some of its luster, although in the regular trading hour session, it might be important to us. What was support becomes resistance. The weekly kickoff 50-50 level has become more of a pivot. Not great yesterday, but look what we've done. We've kind of fallen into a range, a balance here. Open interest, it says we lost 1,500 in open interest yesterday. So again, nothing impactful as far as open interest yesterday. Let's take a look at what we see here in the 30-minute chart. Settlement, 50.95. We've got probably some decent sellers, some decent overnight shorts continuing to get paid here. Wasn't able to see the open, not sure where the opening range is, if it's the extreme or not, but we have kind of fallen back below 50-50, and if we were looking for that as a level to look for an opportunity, it gave us a pretty close shave there right after the open. Market looks like it is intent to continue to move to the downside. We do have a negative point of control, which is right here at settlement. So we're looking at levels below. If we're going to see some new business come in, we're going to see the market kind of run through levels that short time frame traders might be looking at. We're currently at one now. We're looking at the value low here from Wednesday's regular trading hour session. The market really has not accepted much below that level even prior to this level being established on Wednesday. So this is kind of an interesting area for an execution if you can find a good way to limit your risk. Remember, that seems to be the important thing in trading here, doesn't it? Being able to limit your risk, looking for those asymmetric opportunities. Okay, so with the unemployment uptick and some fears about being overbought and the coronavirus and all the other uncertainties, even though we put it in an all-time high yesterday in the S&Ps, a lot of speculation that the market has come too far too fast. That's always a risk, we just recently had a nice pullback, a nice area of balance. We've kind of driven above that. So looking at the volume yesterday, volume was off a little bit on our all-time highs, but again, that doesn't worry me so much when the market is driving higher. The futures don't tend to bring in huge volume on upside. It's when the market falls when we see the big volume come in. We added another 18,000 contracts in open interest today. So even though it's a smaller number than the previous day, the actual number on Wednesday was, I believe, 48,000. We were saying it was 52. That was on the preliminary. So we added 48,000 on Wednesday. Yesterday, we had another 18,000 in open interest on a market that seems to be intent to continue to move higher, and that's a positive for a continuation of the upside auction. We never know what's going to knock it off its ivory tower here, and the speculation, the little uptick in the employment number itself. We were looking for 3.5. We were looking for, it was hoping it was probably going to stay right there. But again, it came out 3.6. So that little uptick is another little level of uncertainty. I'm still looking at this market as I want to look for opportunities to buy weakness in. Where are we going to find those levels today? Well, when you look at this, settlement is up here, 33.45 quarter. 33.45 quarter is kind of right, not too far, I guess, from our overnight high, but our knee-jerk reaction at the 7:30 bar when the unemployment number came out went right back to settlement. So I'm going to kind of look at this as a market that in overnight trade is relatively even. I don't think that we have a whole lot of overnight weaker money inventory in this market at this time. So we're going to be doing a little bit of digesting before the open here. I'm going to watch settlement as an important level of possible execution. It is even with the value high from yesterday. Very narrow range yesterday. A lot of directional activity. We're starting in short time frame to put in lower highs and lower lows. Is this the beginning of a period of one time framing to the downside? Watch the overnight low for an opportunity down there. Watch the overnight high as well. These are short time frame levels. They're usually not very strong, but sometimes you do get an opportunity to take a look at an opportunity down at or up at those levels. Take a look at the NASDAQ. And here we go. The daily. NASDAQ is holding above weekly kickoff high. Our overnight low relatively close to that weekly kickoff high level here at 93.85. We're within 10 points of it, which is relatively close for the NASDAQ. Volume off a little bit yesterday. Added 400 on the preliminary and open interest. Not as substantial a number, I think, as the number in the S&Ps is to the S&Ps. We're adding only 400 in open interest. Maybe we're getting a little bit of an indication here that our auction to the upside might be hurting a little bit. Let's take a look now at the 30-minute. Okay, settlement right up here, 94.55 half, 94.55.50. Put that on your charts. Probably holding maybe some overnight shorts. The 730 bar probably took out a whole bunch of those, taking the market basically right back to settlement. The difference being we're in range and in value in the NASDAQ here. So we are, I'm going to suggest in the S&Ps and in the NASDAQ to try and stay patient today. Try and stay patient. We are in the range. We are in the value areas. Let's take another look here at the S&Ps. We're out of value, but we're going to open without a gap. So that might be useful information for us moving forward. Let's take a quick look now into the gold market. Yes, that beautiful yellow metal. All right, so we were talking yesterday about the pretty big move down here, and we've got some smaller ranges in the opposite direction. This could be actually forming a bit of a bear flag.
Yeah,
this bear flag will break if we accept above weekly kickoff, this weekly kickoff low, I should say, 1575 even. 74 even is our high so far. And we're seeing the volume kind of falling off as the market kind of returns to an upside grind. It's not going to be healthy for our continuation of an upside auction. We got a three-day auction in the upside section. We added 2,000 in open interest yesterday. Not a substantial number. Here's our gold now. Here's weekly kickoff high. What was support becomes resistance. We get another stab at it today. I think that's going to provide a pretty decent opportunity for us. The opening range, neither the high nor the low. The market kind of basically opened inside range and inside value. We're going to be looking for opportunities at our extremes in that regard. There's the digestion of the unemployment numbers still happening, so again, suggest trying to stay patient as the market did open in balance and is now seeking balance or a new direction here. So here's the euro. Euro had a pretty big day yesterday. We added 7,000 in open interest, so the auction process, as far as the open interest is concerned, we're still putting money into the short side, and we can see that continuing here this morning. Volume held up okay. It was off a little bit, but we're in new territory. But we're still putting money on the short side. We're still holding structure to the downside and medium time frame. We've broken out of a longer time frame area of balance. We can expect a bigger move once we've accepted outside that area of balance, and we are certainly seeing it. The strength in the dollar, of course, has, I'm sure, an effect on what's going on here with our euro, but it's not so much in the yen. Let's take a look at the 30 here in the euro before moving on to the Japanese yen. Okay, so there's weekly kickoff level. We held up below it. We've been grinding higher, lower highs, lower lows. The opening range is the high of the regular trading hour session today in the euro. That high is 1.0994.5 ticks, 109.94.5. I've got it marked on my chart here because as long as that remains the high of the regular trading hour session, I'm probably going to be looking for shorts. We've got settlement up here at 110.01.5 ticks, basically in range and value. Were we holding some overnight shorts? Well, we may have gotten those out. And now we see the market continuing to the downside. We're maybe headed here for another test of overnight low, which may give us opportunity. Here's the yen, a little bit of a different situation here. We are holding higher. Okay, settlement is all the way down here, 91.10.5 ticks. Again, a very narrow range, previous weekly kickoff level of 91.20, and knee-jerk reaction to the downside, to the upside. We've got, you know, a pretty big overnight range with the new overnight low put in here on the 730 bar after that knee-jerk reaction. And so, you know, this 91.20 for me, it might be a pivotal level that I might look to take an execution against, whether it's continuation down below or a test of it and then a return back to prices higher. Haven't made that decision until I get the opportunity to see how the market responds there. We are, you know, we have not put in a lower low on this swing. We've been putting in lower lows. This is the daily chart again. We've been putting in largely lower highs. So, you know, we are at risk of changing, perhaps, market state in a longer time frame. So hopefully some good information for us there. I am going to, where are we here? All right. Without further ado, I have JD. Let's see what JD has to say. And you're on.
Hey, thanks, John. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to keep this short and sweet for you today. Stocks in Europe and Asia were lower overnight when some weak data triggered concerns over global economic growth. And then the U.S. Labor Department comes right back out with this absolutely booming jobs number, kind of sending mixed signals to the market. I mentioned this yesterday, from last Friday's low to yesterday's new all-time high in the S&P. The S&P was up 4.5% from that low to the high. I think John said this earlier, too far, too fast. I agree with that 100%. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some profit taking going on for the rest of the day. On the coronavirus front, just a few more snippets for you. The death toll is rapidly approaching 650, more than 31,000 confirmed cases. The first headline I saw this morning, the doctor who first warned of the virus outbreak has passed away. He died of the virus. He succumbed to the virus. And I was reading up on him a little bit. After he first reported the virus to some of his colleagues at the hospital, he was quickly picked up, arrested, and then forced to make a statement saying that he was spreading rumors. It makes you wonder how different this could have been if there was a little transparency right from the start. So aside from a few economic releases here in a little bit, I'm going to be watching headlines today and looking to sell some rallies. Oh, on a side note, I also on Twitter. It could turn into a great day, everybody. Have a good one. Have a great weekend, too.
All right, thank you, JD. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing information about that doctor in China. And apparently the dancing bear is back in play today where you're looking to sell rallies. And it's come a long way. A little profit taking at the end of the week there, entirely possible. And thanks again for your thoughts in that report, JD. So, all right, I'm going to take my deep breath. Stay calm, stay humble, grateful, and creative today. We will be having a recap today at 3:15. If you're so inclined, we'd love to see you there. I'm hoping to see you there. And just see how this week played out, see how the markets played out for us today. And I promise we will have our sound on at the very beginning. So I appreciate everybody telling me that. It's good to see everybody here. Good to see some people I haven't seen for a while. It's great to see you again. We'll be back again, 3:15, market recap. Get out there and profit today, and then take the rest of the day off. It's the weekend. Make sure you do something good for yourself. Make sure you do something good for somebody else. We work really hard at this. We deserve to give ourselves a little present or a little gift here this weekend, and to be ready for next week. Again, see you at 3:15. Hope to see you there. Trade well.
Okay, guys. Probably could check out this also. See what's this live. So show you guys some liquidity. Dum, 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 dum. Alright. You can see where we have the clear run with the downside. We have some liquidity at the 20 levels, and of course the 25 will start to build. We have structure buy at 12 if the market does fade, considering 25, and looking at this 45 area. So more or less that is what we're looking at today. So analytical chart, look at the 70-45 by 12, may consider 25. Already had the deviation by got 6.5 points 1 to 1, got all the market before news. Always broken off those deviation levels for some nice trades. So let's see. Not there. Right, just want to make sure my shooting running properly. Right, so what we look for in the market, and we had this plan running, been streaming for like a hour already. So we were looking for price to get trapped right at this 45 area. We got knocked in at 44, which was yesterday's POC. Wonder why that happened. Looking at the market open in 9 minutes, news is a reasonably big, is a big beat on the actual number for the FOMC. May provide some liquidity today, so be very careful of what you're trading when you're trading. I'm just showing you the analytical chart today. Have my wireless mouse, after you doing more input trading on one side or the next. Using singles, looking for 1 to 1, 2 to 1 on my initial. If you're trading 2 contracts, use 1 to 1, 6.5 points as stops in my, and that is my range play. We have a buy sitting at 12 for testing of that particular node here. Expectation is if the bears will come in, we may see support there. Looking for a 2 to 1 trade back up to 25. Have nothing sitting on the 25 at the moment. That might be a live execution. And look at how singles working orders, and then manage and add if required. So the deeper we go, we want to add a secondary contract, which will really want a 1 contract, looking for 2 to 1 on initials. We're going to play the range, and if we do trade off the 25 or 28, those will be singles, looking for 1 to 1 or 1.5 to 1 on the RR. Right, so analytics 28 was very clean play. You can see that from that's how we got in early this morning. Short on oil, I don't know if we got to check and see what's up with the oil. We were looking at that 50.10, but 50.05 to see if we got bounce. We're waiting for the track, looking for that retest on the market open. We know where we want. If we are at 5, we're using 32 points on the stop, so you can see clearly the deviation level. Guess what the low was? 27.5. No heat on it, just pure technical trade, and you can see 11 is going on deviation to the downside. 62 is to the upside. May think about it, but I trading against our all-time high. Based on what we see in the market, then we may look at it. Areas of interest, particular, this is our stocks are points of, that is based on implied deviation volatility. We use implied, we don't use standard. This is, we got formulas built in inside here. So if you do have questions, you can always post it in chat box. So we like 6 minutes away from the open. Just want to monitor what the oil is doing. Alright, back to neutral on oil. So on oil we're looking to get in and buy. So we were wanted to be short yesterday from that 50 to 40, got in on the overnights and pulled 50 and pulled a pretty good trade off of that. We use GTC trades on oil because of larger range. Don't know if I have it labeled here. I don't have it labeled on. If it's this. Yeah, got filled on dead already. Now is a major area of interest for us. Kill zone right here. Kill zone is what you're doing. Boom. If you looked at yesterday's kill zone is 10 to 90. And look at the execute on 5 to 95. Now we know we're looking for this retest here. And the 5140. Got it on the overnights. And never look back. So we know where our kill zone is. 10 to 90 on the majors and we trade off our major levels. So FOMC Today, be calm. Don't get over leveraged and ever excited in the market at all. Areas of our importance are 43 to 46, 25 to 28, 9 to 13, and below that you have 96 and some stuff at 05. You can see where we stops are placed on the 12 by using 6 points. Pre stop. It's Friday, we look for 1.5 to 1 or 2 to 1. If you're trading two contracts, always be 1 to 1 out on half of your position and then let the secondary run to your secondary target, whichever that may be. Our neutral point for today is a close of 33.25 would be market neutral for us, which is not neutral day, neutral week. And you can see what we have our areas of interest built here also, and you can see why. They have composite, dailies, volume and value is all major stuff that we look at. You can see where that 10 is, yeah, 10 to 12, 10 to 14, sorry, is valuation area, in valuation area. 3/28 of the value high this morning. That's in secondary test of that may break through, so be very careful if you're on the bull side of that. Let's get ready to rumble, guys. Initial expectation is I move back up to 45, then start to deal with it. If we do see the drop, now 9:30 market is open. Might just have to make sure and check what if I do get filled. 675 as my buy, looking to get 10 shares, actual shares in the market. $6.75 is what we were looking at. We missed the entry yesterday. More this is my turn into a coronavirus trade. These are what we call hard positions. Want to sell 45s, want to buy 12s. We have single sitting, and we're getting another single sitting out there. It may turn out to be a calm day where nothing happens, or it may turn out to be one of those days, especially after a London close. So when you make sure you know what time you're trading. Time is important, time of entry, time of exit. And to see what we gap. No big gap. So the main expectation is I return to 45, look for price action on 45. We won't be trading the open area where it is located at right now, which is the 32, is maybe a valid point of entry. So just looking for that punch. Let's see risk value of share it is a bit too high, especially a morning like this morning. You see a lot of stacking going on either side of the trade before you see the break, in our opinion, of course. Boom, 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 boom. So you want to be neutral flat. If the 50 does break today and break to the upside, expect that push to be up to 52. For those who say that's a good number, why the market isn't going up, because as John said, we think we are a little bit long in the tooth. We want to see if we could get in the 10 a.m. entry at a good position. Look for a quick morning V single. Mouse. Oh crap. Why is all like this? Tomorrow we're looking for a range play today of the FOMC. See which side reacts and then try to get in. Now timing will be very important today. So we're looking for 9:50 to 10:10 a.m. live entry based on where we located in the market, looking for what the location is. Patience is required. If it do get down to 96 area today, that's a definite buy for us. I just want to be patient right now in the market. Let's see who gets control of this market first before we do any actions. Look for a morning V, look for that first half an hour to burn out. 20 minutes minimum, so you're looking at 9:50 to 10:10 a.m. for an entry in a zone, and you have to be looking to just clip the market. You want to see the volume chart fill out on one side or the other. So it's because we have two more or less different views from the data. The FOMC was a reasonably big beat, came in at 225 with expectation of 163, but the unemployment rate went up a bit and average hourly earnings fell just short, 0.2 instead of 0.3. So we know exactly where we lock nodes are. Want to see what the market does at particular points. Want to give it time to burn off this amount that's stacking. Want to see which side it's stacking at. Hey, Mr. Shide. I'll lock you window there. So as I use the channel to just more or less show some thoughts and stuff. It's about, for me, been doing it for a while, so it's about confidence building on it. By chance which combine you doing the 50k. Yeah. Yeah, but risk management. You can see bounce off 25. Didn't want to be in that early. I want to see burn off a bit. Well, but there goes my Tesla. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Alright, see what oil. Looking at this 50. Oh, 5 is aggressive entry there. Looking for a 32 pointer risk, 1 to 1, risk to reward, using 2 contracts. Use the extension on the outside. Right, so this is what we use for 10k micro, how we daily order flow. Risk management on how not the risk with the calculations and stuff is in the background here. I share it with you guys if you see email me or something. Now level 2 trading at gmail.com. Free stuff is always good stuff in our opinion. Right, so we want to see this burn out. See what the volume looks like. Oh, 400,000 only. You can see we're at 05 almost, but we missed by 4 ticks. I have it sitting there. We're gonna take 2 points, just start to contract. So one at 05 and one at 95, which gives me a little more width on what we do. First in, first out, 1 to 1 will be 05 entry, 50 points TP. You see a lot of stacking going on in the market today. This could be what we call a trap. We're on a 5-minute chart here. Two strength position we're looking at is buy 12, sell 45. Oh, we need to play video games today, so pretty tired. Was doing some updating on some stuff last night. Too neutral fast right now to enter into the trade, so I just mute. Anyway, I can leave it on. I'll be back in a couple of seconds. do wonder. Looks a bit weak. Did it look like a set and forget trade? Set it up, forget about it, walk away. May pull down the entry to 44s on my live, that's what I was doing just now, and leave the 12s right there, set it up, forget about it. Actual bills, one contracts. Don't need this morning. Pretty quiet morning so far. Post up some stuff for those guys. Yes, whatever. Election. No election. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Right. Dun, dun. Come on. What the hell? It's raining here again, so night wrap up team early this morning. Yes, nice channel. Yeah. Okay guys, hope you have a good trading day. Love that.